Welcome, Pokemon players, to another very special holiday episode of Discount Pokemon Decks. This is my favorite deck, and I'm giving it away to you. But before we get there, there's going to be some very good giveaways here, so I hope you guys stay in, tune in, watch the whole thing, because there's going to be chances to win lots of good stuff. But we have to, before we even get to the Pokemon, we've got to start out with chess. And you're probably thinking, maybe you don't know anything about chess, maybe you do. But we have to talk about chess before we talk about this deck, because this is kind of important to what this deck is. So if you look at this chessboard, it looks like black is winning. Okay, they have more pieces, they have better pieces, they have a queen, white doesn't have a queen. But white is about to do something that's very, very special. It's called a windmill in chess. Okay, now if you can imagine a windmill, it's basically this big structure that turns in a circle over and over and over again. And what white is going to do to black is called the windmill in chess. All right, so you see here, white's pieces are set up, and it's white's turn to move, and white moves his rook out of the way. Now what that does is that makes his bishop check the king. Okay, and if you know anything about chess, if the king is checked, the game pretty much freezes. You have to deal with the check. You have to, even though black has all these wonderful pieces, there's nothing he can do. He's in check. Black has to deal with the check. And there's three ways you can deal with the check. You can put a piece in between, okay, which black doesn't have. You can take the piece that's checking the king, which black cannot do. Or you can move the king. And right now, the king doesn't have many squares to move to. In fact, black only has one legal move, and that's to move the king right back where it is. Okay, so white just took a piece, and black's in check, so black moves his king. It's the only legal move he has. So white's going to go and put his rook right back where it started from. Okay, now black's king doesn't have many squares to go to. Again, the black king is in check. He's got all these pieces, but he can't move. He can't do anything. He has to deal with the check. And the only legal move black has is to move his king right back into the corner. Now, if you remember from before, if white moves his rook out of the way, it's check again. So white's going to do is going to take another piece. Aha, the king's in check. Black cannot do anything except move the king back to this square. White's going to go back to this spot, and you're going to go back and forth over and over and over again. White can continually do this until black literally has no pieces left. So we started from this position here, and by all of white's moves, they eliminated all of black's pieces. Okay? So this is called the windmill. And it's a very powerful maneuver in chess. If you can ever set this up, this is like one of the most fun things you can do in chess, is do the windmill, where you just go over and over, take away a whole bunch of your opponent's pieces, and there's not much they can do about it. So that is the windmill in chess, and I'm going to show you, I discovered the windmill in Pokemon card game, okay? Before we go to that, we're going to talk about the cost of this deck, okay? The Zoroark, the most expensive pieces of this deck are Zoroark, which is, I've talked about the trading companies before. If you go to the Pokemon forum, to the in-game item exchange, you can look to see how much a value a card is, okay? And this Zoroark is worth about 2 in value, packs with finger air quotes. And Zoroark BREAK is worth about 3 value packs. Now, just because they use the word packs, some places use a value or packs or whatever, but it's basically going to cost you 13 1/3 packs, depending on which packs you use to get these 2 cards, to get a 2/2 line of them. It sounds expensive, except these cards are great in just about any deck. I shouldn't say that, not in any deck, but you're going to use Zoroark in a lot of decks. This stand-in ability is fantastic. This Mind Jack ability does, if he's got 2 or 3 or 4 bench guys, it's going to do a lot of damage. Zoroark BREAK, his foul play ability lets you copy your opponent's attack, your active Pokemon's attack. And so you can do, if he's got a heavy hitter up there, this foul plays, this Zoroark can really do as much damage as it does to you, and it only costs 1 dark energy. So it is not really necessary for this deck, but I found this is the best kind of sidekick to our main cards. And you might be looking and wondering, what's going on here. So I'm going to explain what this deck is. This is my Malamar Infinite Energy Removal deck, or Windmill of Disruption, if you will. The focal point of this deck is Malamar's Trash Tentacle. And with 1 energy, it does 30 damage, but more importantly, this is the most important part, you can put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Any card. It's one of the few ways you can get any card, and you can get an item card back into your deck. You can get special energy, whatever you want goes right back into your hand. Not even Bunnelby's ability to put it back in your deck. This puts it right into your hand. Okay, so we are looking at infinite energy removal. We're going to use a Trash Tentacle with energy removal. Ideally, we have Team Flare Grunt, which discards an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. We have Crushing Hammer, which if you flip a coin, you can remove an energy from any Pokemon. And Enhanced Hammer, which allows you to remove a special energy. So here's a scenario that you want. You want to set up, in chess, you're trying to set up that windmill. It's very difficult. You'll get that, once every 100 to 200 games. You're not going to see that often, especially at the higher levels, even less than that. Maybe 1 every 1,000 games. But in this, you're going to try to set up the windmill every time. And the idea is to get one of their Pokemon, I've talked about this before, the incapacitated active Pokemon, and basically remove the energy over and over again. So the idea is you play a Team Flare Grunt, this card, you remove one of their energy, you attack with your Malamar, and you use Trash Tentacle to put that energy removal card, whether it's Team Flare Grunt or Crushing Hammer, right back in your hand. And you could do that over and over and over again. And literally, you can play this deck forever. You can infinitely remove the amount of energy they have. So it is a great idea. When it works so well. Now, we have to make sure our opponent can't retreat or anything. So one of the other components of the focal point. So one part is the Trash Tentacle. The other part is the energy removal. And the third part is this Team Aqua secret base. This card, I didn't mark how much it costs. It shouldn't cost that much, but it's another good aspect of it. What it does is Team Aqua's secret base makes the retreat cost of each Pokemon in play 1 energy more. So if you have this in play, you use your Malamar. You can use Entangling Control to pick one of his Pokemon, make it confused. It'd be more difficult for them to retreat because of Team Aqua's secret base, and then you do this energy removal. And you can even do the infinite energy removal using the Crushing Hammers and snipe off the energy off his bench. So, the infinite energy removal, the Windmill of Disruption. This is a disruption deck at heart. It's partially a mill deck, but really what you want to do is stop your opponent from attacking. You want to make it very hard for your opponent to do anything. The other way your opponent can retreat, obviously, with the Floatstone, and we have a Floatstone here. So one of the techs we have for this deck is Minccino. It allows you to discard a Pokemon tool attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Now you'll see there's a lot of Garbodor out there. There's a lot of Hoopa. There's a lot of tech cards that, big guys that they may not be using for attack or have large retreat costs. And obviously the easy way to deal with that is put a Floatstone on them. Well, Minccino makes it harder for them to retreat. So, that Hoopa, they think, I got a Hoopa, I got a Garbodor, I got a Floatstone, they're fine. Well, you play this card, and they're going to, their plan's going to go out the window. Additionally with that, we have Captivating Pokepuff. So sometimes if your opponent's onto your plans, they may start keeping their Pokemon in their hand and not playing them. So we have a Captivating Pokepuff to help out. Some energies we have, synergies, excuse me. One synergy is obviously the Floatstone and Zoroark. So you're wondering, wow, you have a Team Aqua secret base. Doesn't it make it harder for your guys to retreat? Not if I have a Floatstone. So Zoroark with the Floatstone is always a good synergy there because he can stand in to attack, and then you don't even have to attack. You can retreat using the Floatstone, and the Floatstone overrides the secret base, so it's still a free retreat. Other synergy we have is foul play. Foul play's got a good synergy with what your opponent does. So this is a weak deck in terms of attacking, but Zoroark's foul play uses your opponent's ability against them. We also have Team Rocket's Handiwork. Again, I said this is not necessarily a mill deck, but you know that's part of this strategy is you can also, once you get rid of their energy and they can't attack, you can use Trash Tentacle to put Team Rocket's Handiwork back in your hand over and over and over again and start discarding their cards at a pretty good rate. Most of the time, you're going to be dealing with energy. So we also have a V-Seeker. There's going to be a synergy there where you're using Trash Tentacle, and instead of putting back Team Flare Grunt, or you want to put V-Seeker back in your hand because that allows you to get any of your supporters back in your hand and play them the next turn. So, you know, there's a synergy there between Trash Tentacle and V-Seeker. And anything, really. I mean, if you think about it, Trash Tentacle is pretty good with anything, any card in this deck. You can put any card right back in your hand, which is good. And a lot of times you'll lose a Pokemon. You could put the Pokemon back in your hand. So the idea with this deck is to get a Malamar in that active spot and start removing energy and using that Trash Tentacle. And sometimes it takes a while. You have to use Entangling Control. It takes a little bit to find that Pokemon that is incapacitated. And sometimes it'll fail. There, you know, this deck does not work well against Great Ninja. It just does not. But obviously that's, you know, 1/10 of the decks you're going to face. You're going to face a lot of other decks like Volcanion and Mega Mew and Mega Scizor and Mega Gardevoir. And there's lots of decks out there, and obviously almost all the decks require lots of energy, or at least some energy. And the decks you're looking to play against are those decks. There's not many cards in opposition. Maybe Super Rod, kind of, because anything that takes stuff out of your discard is working against your Trash Tentacle. It's funny, it works better with cards in your discard. Obviously, you want them in your hand so you could use them. So maybe there's a little opposition there. Like sometimes you put a card in your hand and then you don't need it and you may have to play N or something like that. Now that card's not in your discard pile, so it makes it a little more difficult. We are going to do, you know, I'm in the holidays. The holidays are over. I tried to get this video out before the holidays and it just didn't happen. Santa was very busy here. But I am in the giving spirit, so I'm going to give away, for this special holiday video, 3 packs of Steam Siege for each giveaway. And we're going to do at least 1 secret phrase, and we may do something a little bit special too. So 3 packs of Steam Siege. If you are the first person to reply in the YouTube video with the secret phrase, and please look if someone else has gotten the secret phrase. And if you are the first one, please friend me. Please send me a trade offer, because I feel bad sometimes I do this and I have to figure out which of their cards to offer me back. So find a nice bad card to offer me for my 3 packs of Steam Siege. And I will reply at my soonest convenience. I really don't have anything else to add. We are going to go to the games right after this short break. All right, here we go. Game 1. Sorry, I'm getting my notes here. I have to keep notes on these so I don't mess up the secret phrase and then have to go watch the video myself. All right, so infinite energy removal, the windmill of disruption. I did not see what my opponent's playing, so I have no idea. All right, this is a good start. It's okay. He's got the first turn. You know, I really wish, if I were going to change one rule about this game, is that the person that goes second can evolve. Oh, all right, we're facing a dark deck. I don't know if you know, but there was a big Pokemon tournament in Europe, and it seems like dark decks are all the rage. Yveltal especially, so I expect we're going to see a lot of dark decks in the coming weeks and months until the next fad comes through, because you know Pokemon player like sheep, they will, if you know there's like one deck that's doing well, everyone else is going to rush to that deck. So And we get to see the opposite end of Zoroark. So this should be interesting. Let's see what he pulls out. Pidgeot! Alright, so not a dark deck at all. I'm guessing this is kind of... Spirit Link. Alright, so this is going to be kind of tough. But I'm feeling good about this. Let's see. Can we discard that energy? Yes. Alright. And I'm going to play N. I want to make sure I have the right setup. I don't care if my opponent gets more cards right now. I need to make sure. And I'm going to play this Captivating Pokepuff right here because he's got 6 cards, and I'm hoping to get a Shaman in there. Let's see, can we find a Shaman or a Hoopa? No. But we get to see his hand, so that is one good part. So he's got a little energy removal too. I don't have any special energy here. And he's going to evolve the Zoroark and probably knock out my Inkay. Possibly, but I'm going to try a little Ink Spit here, which gives him only a... Well, I think the 50-50 chance goes away when he evolves. So he's going to evolve. Yep, that goes away. So Inkay's gone. I don't have anything else to draw. He's got an energy, but I do have a Malamar. I could put the N back in my hand. Oh, that's good. So I'm getting a brand new hand. I may not get a Malamar in my hand, but I'm okay with that. Now I'm less okay with that. Much less okay. So I would like a Malamar back. And I'm going to put an energy on this Inkay. I don't care if he gets knocked out. I could... No, there's no point in Lysandering because he's going to just stand in again. And this is actually a little bit of a tough matchup with the Zoroark with stand-in. Okay, I have the ability, I have the Enhanced Hammer here. I did not get... Unfortunately, I did not get... We're going to put the Float Stone on Zoroark. Zorua. What was I saying? I did not get a Malamar, which I really need. Although he's got the Zoroark, so he can always stand in. So Zoroark's a tough matchup for me because he can... I can't get the incapacitated active Pokemon. And even... well, he made his coin flip, so I have to be very careful here. I'm going to remove that energy. I'm going to put the Minccino up because I probably don't need him and I need to stall. Alright. And I do have the Zorua with the Float Stone, so I can... Ooh! I cannot attack. That's okay. I'm trying to get rid of his energy. He probably has the ability to shuffle it back in his deck. But I need to slow down his attack. I need to save my Malamars. Alright. So there you go. There's the Float Stone, unfortunately. If he knocks this Minccino out, I'm going to have a really tough time keeping his Pokemon at bay. And this Pidgeot does need 3 energy to attack, but this Zoroark only needs 2. And he's able to knock out most of my guys. Unless I use a Zoroark to knock him out, so that may be coming. I'd love for this Minccino to survive one more turn. To knock out that Float Stone. This is a tough matchup. Oh, Zoroark Break. Alright, but that's... Oh, there you go. There's his third... So he's using all the double colorless on this Zoroark here. We're going to promote our Zorua, even though I'm not going to be able to attack. I can confuse him. There's no point in playing Lysander. I have to keep telling myself that because he's got the stand-in ability. Alright. I'm in a... Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're getting rid of this energy. I can play this energy on the Zoroark and confuse him. Let's evolve. I mean, he gets one more energy, he's going to knock me out. So let's keep the Zoroark as the active and let's confuse him. That seems to be my best bet here. So even if he does put an energy on him, 3 of them gone. 3 special energy gone. That rod's not going to help him get that energy back. I don't know what he's using it for. Is he going to play another Sycamore? No. Oh, he does. He did. He had 3 Oh boy, alright. So I don't mind that energy going in there because I can deal with that. And I'm not getting the windmill up until the Zoroark is gone. Unfortunately. Alright, so he's running through cards. This is kind of good for me. The Zoroark is bad. This ability is hurting me tremendously. Escape rope. He's just going to put this guy back as his active. But he can only do 30, 60, 70. So I'm going to put the Malamar up because he should be safe. So let's see. So if he's got that double colorless, he's going to stand in. Nope, single. Okay. So we can start. Oh, he's going to foul play me. Let's see, he's going to use Trash Tentacle? Yes, he's putting a card back in his. Oh boy. This is not going well. So I have to think for a second. Yeah, he needs that double colorless. Oh, it goes right in his hand. I forgot. I need to retreat. So that's the first thing. And he's going to be able to knock me out. So I should almost save the Team Flare Grunt for that. I should have put the hammer back in my hand. I think Minccino will be here. Unless I want to get another Zorua. But there's no point. Yes there is. Will I knock him out? Does he have enough Pokemon? He doesn't have enough Pokemon to knock him out. I will do 70 damage, but then the Malamar could do the rest. So, oh, this is going to be close. So I know exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to retreat with this Zorua. I cannot retreat because I retreated once per turn. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to knock out this energy. No, I'm going to play my Sycamore. I need to evolve the Zorua into something that won't get knocked out this turn. No, he'll get knocked out, so I can't. Oh boy. This is when all plans just go all to heck. Alright, so I'm not going to evolve him because I can't retreat him, but I will confuse his Pokemon. And if he survives this turn, then I can evolve the Zorua into Zoroark. So he's going to retreat, stand in. He's not going to survive this turn. Yep. Oh, that's bad. I think I've had it here. Yeah, I think I've had it. Oof. This was brutal. There's no point in playing energy removal. So again, the hard part of this deck is actually getting the windmill set up. Let's get rid of this tool here. Wait, before we do, let's get rid of one energy. If we can. Then let's play the secret base. There's no point in putting 2 energy in my hand at this point. And these Pidgeots can't retreat now, so he can put a double colorless on. He's going to knock him out. Oh, another single energy. And another float stone. The stand-in ability is going to beat me, so I am toast here. There's a small chance I can win this if I can knock out his Zoroark before he knocks me out. Let's play an N. Then he'll only have 1 card in his hand. Ooh, I can play foul play, but it doesn't make sense at this point. I have the same attack as him. No, I should evolve my Pokemon to give him more hit points. So a little mirror match here, but he's likely going to power up this Pidgeot before I have a chance to do anything. There's a small window. If I can knock out this Zoroark and this Pidgeot comes up and I can maybe get the windmill going, I have a small window to victory. But it's very small right now. It is minuscule. In fact, I can use Zoroark's foul play to use Pidgeot's attack against him. I need to get rid of that energy. If anything's going to destroy me, it's going to be that energy. Interesting. Now let me think for a second. I want to kill off him. So let's kill this guy off. Let's not give him a free pass here. If he's got the energy on one of these two, I'm dead. Alright, we get a card. Now, if I can get the windmill going on this Pidgeot, it is possible. Oh, well, that's going to hurt. He's got probably one more, right? He's got one more double colorless in here. And it might be in the hand. It's probably about a 50% chance it's in his hand, so I know exactly what I need to do. Retreat, use this Malamar, and confuse this Pidgeot. I mean, the other way to do it is just try to knock these guys out. But I need to get that windmill going because that energy is... Oh, there you go. All right, so that makes my decision for me. I'm going to retreat. We'll put this Malamar as our active Pokemon. There's really nothing to do here, so I'm going to play Team Rocket's handiwork. All right. No, I didn't get the double colorless, so he probably still has it in his hand. So right now, my hope is that this Pokemon he's got a 50% chance of winning right now with just a straight up attack. If he doesn't, I can start the windmill. I can use a Team Flare Grunt to get rid of his double colorless, and then put it. There we go. All right. So we have a fighting chance here. Let's see. A fighting chance. Team Flare Grunt in our hand. Let's play it. Let's discard that energy. And we are going to put... We're not going to put a Team Flare Grunt in our hand because we have a V-Seeker. So... Enhanced Hammer. So if he puts a double colorless on him, I can knock it out. No, he's retreating. Oh, no! He's got me. What a game. Oh, man, so close. So right when I got the windmill, let's give a well-played back to our opponent. Wow, what a close game. Even though we were down 5-1 there, it was anybody's game, really close. So I have to give it to my opponent. He played that really well. I'll give away the first secret phrase. The first secret phrase is going to be Mega Pidgeot. Mega Pidgeot. So, again, put that in the comments. Friend me in the game. Send me a trade offer if you're the first one, and you will get 3 packs of Steam Siege. Mega Pidgeot. And we'll be right back with the next game after this short break. And we are back for game number 2. That was a very exciting game 1. I'm just still kind of on edge. It looked like a loser with Zoroark there, but we were really close, against that deck. Just that one, that double colorless. What really sunk me was when he used his Zoroark and foul play that double colorless back into his deck. We're gonna go first. Now the problem with this deck is it is weak against fighting. So, well, at least I should say the creatures are weak against fighting. All of them. The most important one is let's put Minccino as our active. He's the least important, and he's easy to get back. It's just one trash tentacle if we really need him. So let's see what we're facing. We're facing a fighting deck here. Is it going to be like Regirock, Zygarde, Carbink? That is my guess. So I really didn't look at the other colors. There you go. There's Regirock. All right, this is good because 3 retreat cost, and it's going to be even more once we... you definitely know there's going to be some tools in this deck, so I almost want to retreat him right away. But let's start. Let's get the Inkay ready for Malamar. I'm not even going to play N. I'm going to cross, for once, I'm going to cross my fingers and hope my opponent doesn't play N, because you saw last game it actually stalled me from getting a Malamar for 1 turn. I think that also kind of sunk me. All right, so he's playing a Sycamore. Gives us a good look at his hand. So Olympia, that's good. We like to see that here, although he can always V-Seeker that back. But again, Pokemon Center Lady too. So those are 2 cards I have to be wary about. So there goes his tool. But the good thing is I have Minccino as my active. So if he doesn't knock out this Minccino, I'm going to knock this tool right out. So I'm not sure if that was the best play. But it will be his Regirock will be on his bench at that point. So I'm thinking right now, energy on Minccino, knock off that Float Stone, evolve to, well, I have to evolve to Malamar. And since I'm doing this, oh, he couldn't attack, right, because he needs 2 energy for Carbink. So let's get rid of Carbink's energy, because we're not going to play N this turn. All right, good. And we can retreat this Minccino and start using our Malamar and go after this Regirock, make him incapacitated, put the Team Flare Grunt back in our hand. He's probably got more than 1 Float Stone in this deck, so we may have to, there you go. So we may have to do this more than once, but yeah, he won't be able to, well, he might be able to knock out this Minccino if he can evolve this to Carbink Break. Is that right, 24? No, he won't, so I'm going to knock out this tool again, I think. I'm crossing my fingers that I can, and I'm even tempted that if I do get the Malamar up, to trash Tentacle the Minccino back in my hand, because although I have a feeling he's not going to be the only Regirock I'm going to see. Let's see. This Minccino should be alive. Ah, if this was a strong energy, this Minccino would be dead. He's going to be alive. I'm going to knock this out. Oh, is it 30 damage? 20. Am I counting that wrong? 20, 40? Why is it 60? Oh, of course, Regirock's ability. All right, all right. Now, let me think for a second. I could put... Oof, I've got to think. I think I'm going to play the Team Aqua Secret Base. I'm going to play this energy on the Zorua. Let's play the end. Let's see what we get. Maybe we get another Minccino in our hand. That would be nice. Alright, I have the ability to play Delinquent, knock out some energy. If he does get that strong energy. See, the problem is Carbink's going to keep putting this back. I think I'm going to take the Minccino back, because I don't see any point in putting this Carbink as active, because he could always Carbink break it. So let's get the Minccino back. So, not the windmill yet, because we haven't played any of this energy removal, but let's get Minccino back. Let's get our little mouse. So let's see what happens here. I'm hoping he doesn't knock out this Malamar, which if he puts a strong energy on this Carbink, he will. And then I'm going to be a little short-handed here. I'm going to scramble a little bit. I'll definitely play an N and cross my fingers that I get another Pokemon, because this Zoroark will be my own... one of my last lines of defense. Okay, that's good. That's now. So now I have a target here. I could use a Zygarde and I can confuse him. And maybe and he put an energy on him, so he's not gonna put another energy on this Carbink. But this weakness is hurting. I'm definitely gonna get this Minccino on my bench. I can hurt him really with this Delinquent too, but oof. Okay, well that energy can go away. We have to get this Zygarde in the active spot. Well, let me think for a second, because he can knock out this Malamar. I don't want to play N. I don't want to give him a new hand now. If I play Team Flare Grunt, he loses this energy. He will knock out this Malamar. I have to entangle one of his guys, and it can't be Regirock. The Carbine's going to knock him out anyway. I might as well do this Zygarde. The question is, should I eliminate this energy first? And I'm going to, because I have another one in my hand. Oh, I can't play Trash Tentacle. Yeah, we have to switch. So again, I'm cutting it close here. So if this Zygarde can attack, this Malamar is dead and the gig is up. But he's not going to retreat easily, so that's good. Oh, he's powering him up. Oof. We're going to offer up the Minccino. I really want to get the Regirock as our attacker. We're going to offer up the Minccino. So there goes the windmill. Windmill not happening right now. Floatstone on the Zorua. I can eliminate his cards, but he can eliminate this Minccino. So I'm trying to think. Let's get rid of the strong energy. Let me think. Do I want to play N and just get a new hand? Do I want to eliminate his cards and hurt him a bit? I don't want to remove the stadium, so this is going to stay. Team Flare Grunt, his energy. He's knocking everybody out one shot anyway, even if I get it down to 2. So let's play N. Think of our options. That's the best one. So he's confused. So still going to, he's iffy on attacking. Ooh. We can almost start beating him up a little bit. So I could stand in with my Zoroark. The problem is I don't... What did I just do? I was talking. Did I not have another? Oh, I was talking. I really needed an Inkay. Do I not have a... Did I not have another one? Oh. I mentioned this before, but talking and playing does not work together. Does not work well for me. So let's see what he does. Ooh. We'll offer up the different Minccino. So 4. So literally this could be our last 4 cards here. And he's going to retreat. We got to get rid of that. See, now you can see why why we have the Mincinos in our deck, because this Floatstone is hurtful. And my next move, the Minccino is going to go to active. I'm going to get rid of this Floatstone, play the Team Aqua base, and Shauna, unless I get an energy, because I really need an energy here. So I know he's going to knock out my guys. It's fine. Oh, that's nice. Let's get rid of this. All right. Let's get rid of that energy. I don't think it matters all that much unless I'm start attacking with the Zoroark, something with a little bit of hit points. But even still, that is not great. I definitely am not getting my windmill here. Well, let's get rid of another one of his energies. So we're still trying to get this windmill set up, and that's what you basically want to do with this deck, is keep working until that windmill's set up. That is good. You want to see that too. If you have a Zorua, and we're going to confuse him with this Zorua. So again, just trying to slow him down the best we can. Let's see. Does he have anything in his hand? I just want to see what his hand is. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. Okay, so thoughts here. I can try to kill off this Zygarde, but I really need to get more Pokemon. So let's confuse him. Again, I'm down to 1, but this is what I have to do. And maybe I'm out of Inkays. Is it possible? Are 3 in here? Did I miss that? All right, now I have the ability to evolve him to Zoroark, which I can do, but I don't see any of his attacks that really help. Doing 100 damage isn't going to really help me. So again, got to cross our fingers here. And if I did mess up on that level ball, that's on me. Although it did help me get this Regirock's tool out. So if that becomes the winner, then I also will take credit for that. I'm going to have it both ways, folks. Don't want to see that. Don't want to see that at all. Alright, so we're down to our last guy here. And I need to get rid of this energy. And I can do more damage. This is, let me calculate here, 30. So 120, 130. I can do more damage just by adding another energy, and I'm going to do that. So I may two-shot him, but that's going to be problematic if this Carbink comes up and I don't have a way to slow him down any other way. No windmill so far. Oh, no. So he's going to do 60, 80. That's 160. I think it's over. If he does get this attack in, it's all over here. Oh, no. No. There we go. Well, this game is over. Oh, two heartbreakers here. This one wasn't as close because I'm playing a deck with my weakness. So we'll be right back for game number 3. Let's hope we can get the windmill going in game number 3. I'd really like you to see it. We'll be back right after this short break. Alright, welcome back, Pokemon players. I'm going to do a little special giveaway here before I play the third game. And this is what I want you to do. If you're out there, if you're listening, alright, I want a snapshot of you playing the Dugong deck. So if you're not familiar with it, you can go through my videos, find the Dugong deck. I want a snapshot, and what I want you to do is, while you're playing, take a snapshot. I'm sure you know how to do that. It's very Googleable if you're not familiar. But go get the Dugong deck, play a game, get to a spot in the middle, and then I want you to go to take a snapshot, go to Imager, make a new post, browse for your image. I'll show you what mine looks like so you get a good idea. I want something that, see, you can see everything. You see, I got the Dugongs, I got the Slowking, the Bunnelby. You don't have to have it all on the board, but, you know, Dugong and Slowking is, would be enough. Go up there, post it. It'll give you a URL. Take the URL, copy it, paste it in there, call it like a Dugong special, and if you do that, I'm going to give away 5 packs of Evolutions XY. All right, let me write that down. So Dugong deck, take a snapshot of you playing it, and well, you see here on mine it covers my screen name, but please leave your screen name in. Take a picture of the Dugong deck, send it to me, and I will, you know, again, friend me, like all the offers. Be the first one to do it, only the first one that takes this link. So take the link that you get here, post it in the comments of the video, be the first one, say Dugong Special, friend me in the game, send me a trade offer for 5 packs of Evo, Evolutions XY, and you will be the winner. Alright, welcome back for game number 3. Hopefully in this game we can get the windmill going. It's been a rough climb for the windmill deck. Game 1 was so close. Game 2 we faced our weakness, and basically every card in our deck is weak to fighting. Which is kind of good because fighting isn't very popular right now. So if you're looking to play this competitively, there's not a whole lot of fighting decks I've seen out there. So let's see if our opponent can figure out if he wants heads or tails. I'm dying to know. There we go. Yes, I would like to go first. Unless they change the rules and let the second person evolve, I'm going first. Alright. Not a great hand, not an awful hand. I have to think carefully if I want to play N here. He's playing a lightning deck, so it's unlikely he's going to... I'm going to need an enhanced hammer in the first turn. He might have that Voltorb card with the special ability. That's going to be later. I'm leaning towards ending, even though on my next turn I'll be able to evolve this Inkay to Malamar. Let's see what he's got here. And it was a straight lightning deck, so this time I actually paid attention. Usually when I'm playing, that could be Raichu very quickly. I'm going to play N because I don't want to get knocked out on the first turn. Alright, so I feel a little bit better here. I have another N to play. I have a second Pokemon. I'm going to put it on the Zorua. I should have put it on the Inkay, because if he knocked out the Inkay, I could put it right back in my hand with energy retrieval. So, blunder number 1 for me. So what kind of deck are we facing? Electabuzz, Pikachu, Raichu coming, I'm guessing. Which Raichu? Because there's a few there. There's the one, obviously, if you follow my videos, there's the Circle Circuit one, which is a very good deck. Alright, so my fears about him knocking me out on turn 1 was unfounded. And I do not have my... I could put this Float Stone on him and confuse him with Zorua, but he's likely to evolve. I almost just want to put the Float Stone on him to save him, and I'm going to do that. We'll offer up... So you know what? This is playing a little prevent defense here. Let's force him to target one of these with a Lysander if he really wants them. I'm fine with waiting till I have the setup I want. He's fine with waiting till the setup he wants, apparently. I don't want to wait for another Inkay. I still have not looked back on game 2 if I messed up, if there was a Inkay, and if I just blabbering away took the Minccino. Alright, so Blitzel. Right now I'm not scared of this deck. Oh, alright. I mean, he's got a lot of lightning cards here. This looks like a beginner mishmash deck. I should be able to tear through this deck if it's what I think it is. So let's put an energy on Minccino so we can retreat him. Let's play N. Still no Malamar, but we're okay here. We can... No, we can't attack. Oh, that was silly to put an energy on him. I could have stood in at any time. He doesn't have any tools. I'm not going to play the secret base yet because I don't have... I've only got one Float Stone. So I'm not playing this that well. I probably will play the Team Aqua secret base on this turn, just because I'm going to lose it if I don't play it. I'm fine with losing the other Minccino. I don't see him having anything that's going to really do anything here. I need to get going. And I don't even know what kind of deck it is. I think it's just somebody that put some lightning cards together that needs to... So what do I do? Do I knock him out with Zoroark? I'm inclined to do that, so... Let me just see. Is there anything in here? 2 windmills? So there's no energy removal really in there. There's the enhanced hammers, but that's not going to help me in this game. Let's knock out his Pikachu and let's start moving things forward. Hooray me. 1 card. Good, Crushing Hammer. Alright, so we've got a little bit to work with here. Electivire is going to start attacking unless he evolves it to Electabuzz. I really, honestly, the only reason why I'm playing this game, because I don't think it's going to be a very competitive game, is I want to get... Oh! He's going to Team Flare Grunt me. I can't believe it. And I can't retreat. I really want to get the windmill going, so you have a good idea of what's happening here. Oh, he could be dead next turn. So let's not make him dead. You can knock out that Zapdos, right? 4 guys on the bench. Let's knock out a Zapdos. And when he does knock out my Zoroark, so we can get rid of this energy. No point in getting rid of the energy on the Zapdos because I'm going to knock him out right now. Unless I miscalculated, which I'm prone to do. I mean, the smart play might have been to do his Ampharos and go for the 2 cards. But I'm playing it a little slow. I want you to see the windmill in action because it's a really fun concept. And I've seen a few people try to build this deck. I've actually played against similar builds, but no one really has combined the Trash Tentacle with energy removal. And really, the best decks are the big EX decks, like the Mew and decks like that, where you got to put on 2 or 3 energy for it to be effective, and then you really see how tough it is for your opponent. But I think the availability of Floatstone dampens this deck a little bit. So alright, so I've got my Malamar here. I cannot let his guy attack me from here. So I'm going to go after the one with the highest retreat cross, which is probably the EX. Alright, so let's set this up first. Wait, before I do that, let's get an Inkay ready. Let's play Team Rocket's handiwork. Thin out his deck a little bit, or not. Either way, really. Either way. Thanks. I'm gonna put some of this back in my deck. I almost am inclined to put all 3 energy, and actually I will, because that's more important to me. Because he did show some energy denial, and you could see I have no energy in my hand. There's no point in playing V-Seeker now because I can't play a supporter. I already played a supporter. So there we go. So we have a potentially incapacitated active Pokemon. Let's see. He's going to be hard to retreat this guy. Oh, well, there you go. He's got a rope. He's going to knock out whoever I put here. So let's try Minccino again. I want to keep my Inkays for what they're used for. Oh. Wow, that's interesting. All right, so I do need one of these enhanced hammers back. I could lose this game. Oh, well, there you go. There's my next target. My opponent making it easy for me. Let's get, let's play N. You know what? Let's play Sycamore. Let's get more cards in our hand. I'm fine with the stadium going away. I mean, the cool thing about this, using Trash Tentacle, I could pull that stadium out if I need to. All right. So I'm going to get another Malamar ready because I think that's more important. Still hitting myself over the head over last game. All right, so here we go. We're going to get the Stunkfish. We need an incapacitated active Pokemon. They can't do anything. Hopefully it doesn't have a switch or a rope here. We do have another Malamar in case we have to try again. But that's how this deck works. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 tries because everyone has ropes and switches and escapes and stuff like that in their deck. And eventually you want to wear them down. Alright, so the first card I'm going to pull out back from my deck is going to be this Enhanced Hammer, so I can get rid of that energy there. And I can use Team Flare Grunt for any energy he puts on the Stunkfish. So you should have a good idea of how this works. Alright, so he didn't put any energy on the Stunkfish. Did he run out? Did he not get any with Professor's Letter? That was odd. I did not expect that. I have nothing to do, so I'll play the Team Rocket's handiwork. And again, no cards will go into the discard, so first one's going to be this Enhanced Hammer, because I can guarantee taking 1 energy off. And if I do, then if I get the energy off this Ampharos, then I can use him as an incapacitated Pokemon. So sometimes what you want to do is yikes. Alright, well, I have an Electabuzz here, but he can always evolve that. So one of the things you may want to do is switch. So not kill this guy off and grab the next guy before he's dead. That's the strategy I've employed with this deck. Alright, we're going to play our enhanced hammer. And now we're going to go for, so here's our windmill. Attack. We'll go for crushing hammer to try to knock off one of these 2 energy. If we do, then he's, 2 energy away from retreating. Oh, there you go. Now he's not. He's not. So we're going to try again. That's fine. Nope, no energy on that one. I could just drag him now, or I could drag this guy over. He needs 4 to retreat. Let's just let's keep attacking. Let's try to get another hammer in our hand. Try to knock that energy out. And we can knock either one of these guys' energies out, or even target this guy. So my next shot's going to kill the Stunkfish. So I need to decide. I'm going to switch. I'm going to pick one of these 2, probably Ampharos. Although he can attach energy to himself. No, probably now the Electivire. And I'm going to target him. I'm going to place him in the active spot. And go for incapacitated active Pokemon. First, I'm going to play this Crushing Hammer and hopefully get rid of this. So let's play our energy. Don't want to play too much because, again, you can get overextended. So, and the reason why I'm not doing either of these 2 is because, and probably I should have done this guy, because even if he does evolve him, he's got to put some energy on him before he can really start doing damage to my Pokemon. This guy can do damage right away. Just a single energy, and he's starting attacking for 90 with a coin flip. So, but you see, there's no reason to kill this guy off. The goal of the game is to windmill and get rid of this energy. So even if he knocks this one out, I have another Malamar. That's good. That's perfect. So now it's a 50-50 shot. He failed. I will get rid of 1 energy. And I'm going to put a hammer back in my hand because I have another Team Flare Grunt. Oops. So here we go. Windmill activated. Crushing Hammer. So now on my next turn, I have the potential to get rid of 2 energy. He's got to put another energy on, but I'm just going to keep trying to knock it off. I'm going to get at least 1 off, maybe 2. And then I can, maybe target a different guy and just keep putting cards back in my hand. I'll probably target the Ampharos, even though, he can attack. I mean, the other way to do it is to target his energy with the hammers and knock out the Electivire and, hopefully... Well, no, I want him to be confused when he's active, so... Alright, another Pokemon. 2 retreat crossed. Again, my opponent, I don't think is playing optimally here. Ooh, 30 damage. That was close. Let's think for a second. I can knock out 1. He's not going to hurt me if I just use the Team Flare Grunt to knock out an energy. I'm going to use... Oh. Let's see. Do we have another Malamar in the deck? We do. We have 2. So again, normally you will want to count and keep track. Anytime you can look through your deck and make sure you have the right amount. I am going to switch. I'm going to go with the Zapdos here. And I'm not concerned about milling out because I can always put cards from my discard back in my hand. So again, I can play this infinitely with juggling his guys around. And even if he gets 1 energy on, it's going to take a while before the Zapdos actually can attack. It's going to take even longer before he can retreat. Oh, Lysander. I can throw an extra energy on this Inkay. I had 1 more Malamar, but I'll probably just throw the energy on and retreat. Alright, that's fine. No point in playing that. I mean, the other thing to do, yeah, let's throw the energy on him. so I can retreat. Let's just make sure. Okay, I can. And I'm going to play Shauna. Yeah, I know it's going to give me fewer cards, but I don't really need any of those. And you can see you kind of build up. It takes a little while. All right, the delinquent, not really going to help me here. So let's get him. Let's retreat him. Again, let's put this Malamar in our active spot. I'm fine with putting the Zorua here. I don't think he's needed. All right, so we're going to attack. Now it's going to take 4 attacks for me to get some energy removal. We're going to put a V-Seeker in our hand. That'll give us the most options. Maybe a hammer would have been good because I could knock this out and play Delinquent. Oh, I'm not going to play Delinquent. I do have a Team Rocket's handiwork to knock some of his cards out. That's good. We want to see that evolve, and it takes more energy to retreat. So I may just target this guy next. So I think this game's a good illustration, even though it's a poor matchup. Not really a competitive deck I'm playing against. I think it's a good idea to see like what you want to look for. So you want to look for guys with high retreat costs and no float stones. All right, there we go. Escape rope. We'll put the Inkay up. I'm guessing Ampharos is gonna become his active Pokemon. Just fine. Then we'll put the Malamar up. So again, you can see another strategy. He's gonna knock out our guy. Now we're gonna go after a different Pokemon. This is totally fine. First, let's get rid of one of his energies. Why not, right? So we'll switch one. And again, just like with the other mill decks, stall decks, disruption decks, you're going to get a lot of people that are angry with you. So it can very well happen with this as well. So if he's got another switch, he can knock me out, but I still have 2 more Malamars here. And this is kind of the ideal setup. That's fine. And you know, I'm going to give the Zorua up. I want to keep all 3 Malamars because this is temporary, right? He's going to put one here. He's going to knock out one of my guys. I can still have 2 or 3 more, depending if he Lysanders. I'm going to take this Pokemon. I'm going to make him the active. The windmill goes on. And before I do that, let's make it a little harder for his Pokemon to attack me next time. There you go. So again, I'm slowing him down. This is a disruption deck. I'm making it hard for him to attack. This is hard for him. 3 escape ropes in his deck. And he doesn't have many more left. He's got a lot of cards in his hand. And I'm content just keeping it like this. It's kind of similar to the Dugong deck. You want to get a scenario where you're in control and then just keep the control. And right now, even though he's only got two more Pokemon, 2 prize cards left to knock out, I feel pretty comfortable here. I could very easily lose this game, but I feel good. Another escape rope. Now I'm getting a little nervous. I could lose this very easily. Very, very easily. Wow, I'm 1 prize away. You know what? Let's go with the one with a little more health. I don't care if I can't retreat him. I'm not going to play Delinquent. Let's cut his hand down. It'll cut my hand down too, but I'm okay with that. Boy, where's the energy removal? Is it all in here? Only 1 crushing hammer. Where are the other 2? That's kind of what I need. So we're going to switch again. He gets 1 more switch, and the game is over. Unless I get some hammers and knock these all out. So I try not to knock out any of his Pokemon. Oh, Tierno. Definitely you can tell a new deck if it's got a Tierno in it, because a lot of the beginner decks have that. Tierno was actually, I know a lot of people poo-poo Tierno, but it was a decent card before N, where you could have big hand decks. Alright, so how much energy does this deck have? None. So I really need to get those hammers and start knocking these out. And he still has the Zapdos too. So ideally I would knock out 1 and 1, and then I'd probably be safe. I mean, the other way to do it is to Team Rocket handiwork each time. I mean, well, although if he doesn't have any energy, yeah, no. Even though he can't put on it. So I don't need the stadium anymore, so I'm going to delinquent him. Because let's get rid of his cards in his hand. But my opponent, thinking over, if he doesn't have any more ropes or switches, he's done, or energy. And let's just get rid of his cards. I'm curious what he had here. If he's got 2 double colorless, it'll be, this will have been a mistake. Well, even still, with 2 double colorless, the stadium doesn't help. But if he's got 1, and if he gets enough energy on this guy somehow. Alright, this usually happens with Delinquent, if you ever notice. You play Delinquent and your opponent takes a long time because they don't realize they have to discard their cards and actually select them. Like, the computer should just go, oh, you only have 2 cards, let's get rid of them. Alright, so now, attack, and hammer. And we need this hammer to strike once before this Electivire gets knocked out. And we want to aim for the Ampharos. No. Miss number 1. So if I could just get a coin flip, as so far I have not gotten any. Team Rocket's handiwork has worked against me. In the second game, I believe I had some coin flips work against me. I think it worked for me in the first game. So let's say between 1 and 2 I'm even. But I think I'm net down in coin flips. So I really need this one to work. There we go. Alright. So I really need to think a little bit. Switch one of your opponents. No. Again, talking and thinking. Not working. So if I could get rid of 1 more. I have to switch to Ampharos on the next turn. Or maybe the Blitzel. Or maybe this guy. Oh, let's switch to this guy. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Here's our hammers. Here we go. So if one of these can work. None worked. Let's just switch his Pokemon around. Oh boy. So I get 1 hit on this guy. 1 hit. 1 hammer. If I could get this Ampharos, I will feel much better. And really I should be going for the... Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, Lysander. Shouldn't matter unless he's attacking me. Do you have an energy? It's weird because he played the Professor's Letter and I didn't see any energy go in his hand. So is he just doing that to fake me out? We are going to retreat. Ah, this is good. Okay. I get rid of this energy. I attack him once. I put a hammer in my hand. I think I should save this. And let's do this. Let's save it for the Ampharos. So next turn, I'm planning to make the Ampharos his active Pokemon. Unless I do the Blitzel. Can't do the Stunkfish. I could do the Zapdos, but I don't think that helps. I've got to hit with this hammer. He's drawing more cards. Does he have another double colorless there? That's what worries me. If he's got another double colorless, he could put on this Ampharos and the game's over. Unless he's confused. Then I have a 50% chance. So, ooh. accept only one retreat cost. And a double color. So he may have a double colorless in his hand. Ideally, I would have an N here and play an N to reduce him to 1 card so I can reduce the chance that he has... Okay. So now he's covering all his bases. This will kill me if it's active Pokemon. This will kill me if it's the active Pokemon. Oh no. 50 resistance. Now I have weakness against that. And then I can use the hammer to get rid of this. I think I'm going to try the Ampharos. We're going to go for this and hope he doesn't have a double colorless and hope he doesn't get the coin flip. So right now, he's got a double colorless and a coin flip away from victory. If not, I'm going to Team Flare Grunt this energy, put a V-Seeker back in my hand, and hopefully windmill. There we go. All right, so I think I'm going to windmill my way to victory here. We're going to put a V-Seeker in our hand here. That can get rid of this last energy. If he doesn't put another one down, I'm going to put a hammer in my hand, get rid of that one. And then the only thing I have to worry about is knocking out any of his Pokemon. I can literally do nothing after that. I don't even have to take a turn. Okay. Oh, this is good. So, even better. I can Team Flare Grunt that energy. This is good. This is going to be it, I think. All right, so now put a card from discard. I'm going to take the double colorless because that Zebra Striker scares me. If he's got a Team Rocket's Handiwork, he could win because I have 4 cards left, which I'm going to plan on doing to him in a second. So I'll play this Enhanced Hammer. Make sure Zebra Striker can't get me. The only one that can get me is Zapdos, which I probably should be a little more... Oh, that's interesting. A little too late. I'm scared that he's not confused, but I think I can live with that. I mean, I could try to knock him out, but let's let's play Team Rocket's Handiwork. And hope we actually get some coin flips here. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, alright. V-Seeker back in our hand. May have to play Shauna at some point. Because we're running out of cards here. And let's see, do I have 2? I have 4 energy here, so I could play the energy retrieval to put more cards so that when I do play Sean, I have a little more space. And I'm going to do that now. I have to play Shauna now. I don't want to risk it. So again, this is one of the opposition I was talking about before. Having this V-Seeker and yeah, you have to play a Shauna or something. Oh, that's good. But I can't use this one. But that means I don't have to put one in my hand. So let me think for a second. I can put... Let's put a hammer in our hand. He's close enough that if we get 2 heads, Team Rocket's Handiwork, after this turn, will win the game for us. I don't think he has any energy. He probably has a double colorless or 2 somewhere. I want to get rid of Zapdos, his energy. Alright, you know what? We rolled enough tails. Time for 2 heads. What do you say? What do you say, Pokemon gods? Here we go. 1 chance. Heads. Oh, so close. And we are going to put a... I mean, he's 1 switch away with that Zapdos of winning. V-Seeker back in my hand. So if he gets a switch here or double colorless, he can retreat and win. And if not, I can play Team Rocket's handiwork, hopefully knock out some cards. He could have a Shauna, he could have an N, he could have a Birch. This can all go back here, and we may have to do this over again. Oh, Sycamore. He's going for the double colorless, so let's see. Does he have it in his deck? No, he lost. All right, so good game. Well played. Doesn't matter what I do. Let's just attack. He can't draw anything. So my opponent ran out of time there. Ran out of cards. So I think you got a good idea of what this deck can do, how the windmill fits in. I hope the chess analogy makes it easier to understand. We did have 2 good giveaways here, so if you're just sneaking and watching the very end, you may want to watch the beginning and middle and see if anyone got the giveaways. Maybe check the comment section. But this is an idea. This deck. Let's look at the deck real quick. And this deck is an idea. It's something I've worked on. Oh, good. That's good. Always nice to see that. It's an idea that you can play around with, this trash tentacle. And I think it works well with energy disruption. I think the problem you have is keeping them alive. And in this environment, this deck was much stronger before Floatstone came about, before Manaphy came about, before a lot of cards that have just changed the meta. This was actually one of my strongest decks. It was a lot differently configured. You could see how Zoroark even hurts, but we were right in it game 1, game 2 not really in it because it's a fighting deck. But this last game, it was close. It shouldn't have been that close, but it was. My opponent put up a good fight, and I have to tip my hat to him there. But you get a good idea. If you use a trash tentacle, you can pull energy disruption back out of your deck over and over again. You could do that with Team Rocket's handiwork. We did that. You could do it with anything. So it's an idea to play around with, this trash tentacle. I like it with energy removal. Maybe you can find a different use, or maybe you can find different cards to supplement. I played around with a few different things. Maybe a Garbodor, maybe a Team Aqua's Muck. There's a few different ways you can go about this. And I've seen people do it. I've seen people use Malamar and trash tentacle, but not with the energy removal. So I think that's special. I think that's something that there's a deck in here. There's a good deck in here somewhere. I think this one's pretty good, but we'll see. I think the windmill of disruption has some potential. So anyway, thanks a lot for listening, and until next time.